Guys, so it is summertime here in Texas, which means it's blazing hot, and when it gets windy, it feels like a hairdryer's on you. Yay, not really. Anyways, it's summertime and it's time for some island tacos. I discovered this vegetarian recipe that I am making vegan at one of my favorite restaurants here where I live in Texas. And I'm just putting my own spin on it, but for all of you, it's going to be plant-based, it's going to be healthy, and I think you're going to like it. You can make it super spicy like I like it, or you can tame it down just simply with the sauces. It's super simple. It's just marinated mushrooms. All you need is balsamic vinegar. You can put some herbs in there if you prefer to, dry or fresh. Marinate the mushrooms overnight. Make sure you slice them up first and remove the stems. Marinate them in a ziplock bag for about 12 to 24 hours and take them out and you're pretty much ready to go. Everything else that's included in this recipe, which I will link down below, everything that's included in this recipe is super simple. I have been lazy because, well, I've been working all day, but I still wanted to make this video for all of you. And so I took some shortcuts and I grabbed sweet potato fries that are already cut up and washed and cleaned and ready to cook. I bought shredded cabbage, see, purple and green cabbage. I bought that already washed, bagged, shredded, ready to eat. You'll need a can of black beans. And like I always say, make sure you rinse, 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 and rinse again if you need to. Because nobody likes that foamy stuff that's on their beans. It's not good. So just wash all that stuff off. And you'll want some cilantro for your toppers. And then I like to use fresh corn off the corn on the cob. This little guy, I don't know if you guys can see. It's actually very, here, I'll put it on my face there. It's actually very handy to use, and it takes all the corn off of here very quickly, very easily after you just boil it in the water for a little bit. So I would highly recommend using that versus canned corn, but if you're in a pinch, you're in a rush, you just want to throw dinner together really quickly, use canned corn. Who cares? I don't think anyone's going to know the difference. Let's get to cooking. Okay, so for mushrooms, I went ahead and just used regular baby Bella mushrooms, snapped the stems off the inside, sliced it open, and these little mushrooms have been marinating in here for a while. Less than 24 hours, I'd say, but they've absorbed all that nice flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and take all these mushrooms out of here. I'll probably use just a slotted spoon to get most of the moisture off of them, and then put them into a skillet, fry them up for a little bit, cook them through, and then set them off to the side to get ready for when I want to assemble my tacos. That's probably the one who's going to take the longest, aside from cooking your sweet potato fries pieces. You can just take a regular sweet potato and slice it into little pieces about that big if you'd like. That's really all that's required for these tacos. If you don't want them that big, make them smaller. They'll cook faster. What's wrong with that, right? Ooh, and we're also gonna make the sauce. I'm gonna show you a little trick with the sauce. There's two different types of sauces that I like to use on these tacos. One's mild, one's sweet and spicy, a little more spicier than most people like, but that's just my preference. I like spicy food. Later on, we'll whisk together the sauces and I will show you my little trick with coconut milk and how to get a nice creamy sauce without having to use ranch or cream or anything like that. This will be good stuff that has no animal protein in it. I've also found that if I'm using fresh sweet potatoes that I've cut up myself, if I flash them in a pan with some hot water for a little bit and let it boil for a little bit and soften them up, and then transfer them over to, say, a cast iron skillet where I can grill them a little bit, they cook faster that way as well. So whatever your preference is, but just little shortcuts to kind of save you some time, especially if you want to make this when you get home from work and you just don't have a lot of time on your hands, but you need some food to feed your family or yourself. So there you go. Okay, and I'm gonna go cook some mushrooms really quick and I'll be right back. So the mushrooms only took about 5 minutes to cook after I strained them off and put them into this little dish to cool off. So then I put the sweet potato fries in the pan like I was just telling everyone. And I used the little trick that I was just talking about where I put a little bit of water in the pan and cooked the sweet potato fries in there, and that took about maybe 5 minutes. Both of the items I cooked at about medium-high heat, not too high because I didn't want anything to start burning. Nobody wants to eat burned mushrooms. Ugh. So, but this is actually a really quick meal to put together. You can buy tortillas or taco shells at the store, so you don't have to make those. The only thing you really have to do is just plan ahead and slice up the mushrooms and put the balsamic in them to marinate the night before, and you're good. You don't even have to let them marinate for 24 hours even. So here's my sweet potato fries. You guys see the steam still coming off of them? So yes, these are fresh, and I didn't season these yet. You can put whatever seasonings you want on there. Salt, pepper, maybe some paprika, whatever your little heart fancies. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the sauce. So this is mango habanero salsa, I believe. Oh, please. So I found this little guy at HEB. I don't even remember if it was next to the salsa or not. It's just called Pepper Toppers, and it's habanero, mango, and red pepper. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you focus, please? No, it doesn't want to focus. Thanks, camera. Why did I spend all that money on you? Anyways, take 2 tablespoons of this and some coconut milk. And you just want to gently whisk the coconut milk into this until it gives you a really light orange color, and it's not too watery, but it's thin enough to where you can put it in a spoon and drizzle it over the top of your taco. On another note, if you would rather not have super spicy salsa on your tacos, you can also use a different pepper topper that I found at HEB as well, which is right next to this guy, and it's the green version, which is a milder version. Once you have your sauces ready, you can put them in little ramekin dishes like this and go ahead and just leave them on a table, and everyone can serve themselves. If someone wants spicy, they can pull the spicy. If they want non-spicy, they can have green sauce. Okay, so I want to show you what it looks like after you put the coconut milk in here. This is the color. Trying to make sure I don't spill it all over myself. But really just keep adding enough coconut milk too until it kind of tames down the overpowering habanero in there and just gives it a little more smoothness. Oh, I forgot about the cheese. How could I forget about the cheese? It's so bad. Cheese. Okay, so I almost forgot about cheese. Vegan cheese, of course. So this obviously will be one of your other toppers, but you can just leave it in the bag if you want. So let's go ahead and assemble our tacos. So I have these taco holders that I got at Sur La Table today. Sur La Table. How do you say it? The big fancy cooking place here where I live. That was the only place I could find these. Not exactly what I was looking for. I think these are for people who want to fry their taco shells so they stay rigid and in place. This isn't necessarily for serving. I went looking for ones that you would serve tacos on, and I could not find them anywhere at the last minute. That's what I get for shopping at the last minute. I guess you can put whatever ingredient you want in here first, but normally I would start with beans and then put on the corn and then put on the mushrooms. Yes, I'm using my hands for this. I'm going to be eating these and nobody else. Certainly not my dogs. So you got your mushrooms on there. Sweet potato. potatoes. Those in here. I have a really bad tendency to overfill my tacos and they end up becoming burritos. I don't know about you guys or if anyone else has that problem. I tend to do it when I'm really, really hungry, and this is getting close to being pretty full. I need to stop. Coleslaw. Oh my. Dressing. So I didn't put too much of this on here because I know it's gonna be spicy from eating this about 4 times now. So I'm just gonna go sparingly, and you might wanna advise your guests to do the same if they're using this, just to spare their taste buds. And you don't want something to be so spicy that they can't taste the really nice flavors of all the ingredients together. You just don't want your sauce to kill everything that you worked for. Although this recipe only took about 15 minutes to make. And then cilantro. Pretty. I love it. It looks gorgeous. And I know a certain somebody who is going to love the cilantro on here because that boy loves cilantro, even in mashed potatoes. You know who you are. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you make this many, many times and you enjoy it as much as I do. And you know, if it wasn't for me trying these at one of my local restaurants, I never would have thought of this little taco. So, thanks to that super secret restaurant that I cannot name on camera. You guys have a great night, a great day. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when I upload new videos. I'm going to try and be consistent and upload a new video every week for all of you. Leave your comments and suggestions below. Everybody, play nice, be nice. We're all friends. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.